something happened up there, okay? I'm not the same. I'm strong.
How strong?
Like insanely strong. No.
I feel like we need to go back up there.
I'm gonna jump across with her, and then you jump. Piece of cake.
Let's go.
No, don't jump. Jason! That's not a piece of cake!
Can you say blockbuster? It is one of the most anticipated films of the year, especially if you grew up watching the original television series. And we are talking about the Power Rangers. It's about a group of high school kids infused with unique superpowers. They are needed to help save the world. And we've got the new Power Rangers here with us in studio. So let me introduce you to, first we have Dacre Montgomery, Naomi Scott, and Ludi Lynn, and we're also joined by a member of Arizona's family. We've got Austin, dressed to impress, here on the end because he is a Power Rangers super fan, and he is going to take over this interview segment. He knows everything about the Power Rangers, and he's ready to be the backup for Red, for Black, for
Pink.
Which color is your favorite? Even for Pink, maybe.
Maybe. I mean, there's all sorts of Power Rangers. So I grew up as a Green Ranger fan. So.
Ooh, okay.
But this series started 25 years ago, and you guys are now taking over in this reboot. What's that like to step into a role that has been around for so long?
I think I'm just trying to capture the imagination I had when I was a kid, what I loved about the series growing up watching it. So I think the more I talk about this, the more I discover that there's just the kid still inside every single person, the old fans, and then I want to pass that on to pay it forward to the new fans that are coming up, you know? So
Yeah,
that's how I feel.
There's a lot of kids that grew up with this. There's a completely different generation like that we grew up with, and different series that have come on. So what's it kind of like to see kids that are the age that we were when it came out kind of get excited for it now?
I think there's a lot of like responsibility in that, you know, to see little kids sort of looking up to the prospect of us, you know, meaning something to them. What do superheroes mean in society, and how can we do our best to reflect that? You know, in a fun, action-packed film as well, but also, you know, giving them good guidelines to go by. I think it provides a special opportunity.
And I think, oh yeah.
Oh, well, for those of us who don't know as much about the Power Rangers, what are these superhero qualities, and how physical was this, especially for you, Naomi? Because this is these are physical roles, right?
Yeah, well, I mean, we trained quite hard. Like a few months before we started shooting, I was already training, and but you know what? It's more, I think, the stamina to get through the shoot, because it's a very physical shoot. It's not just kind of an aesthetic thing, because at the end of the day, these kids are high school kids, you know, and they're normal kids going through normal things. And especially for the girls, and Becky and I, you know, they're not necessarily model types, or kind of, they are just girls, 17-year-old girls. So we wanted to reflect that, but we also needed to be strong. And obviously, once we get our powers, we're stronger.
Austin, if you were to take Pink Power Ranger on a date, in the film, of course, what kind of date would that be? It's a lot of pressure, right?
Wow. You know, I don't know about that. I would have to come up with something on the spot. Because I wouldn't know that they're a Power Ranger on the side. So
oh, that's true.
You have
You're right.
to think of something to impress that. So
Right.
I don't know, maybe dinner to start. We'll see
Nice
about
and
that.
simple. She's a simple gal. She's a simple gal.
So is there any kind of secret little element that you want to know about that maybe they can give you a hint of a plot line, of a nemesis, of whether there's other films already down the pipeline?
Yeah, I mean, you've got Elizabeth Banks that's playing Rita, and a big rumor is that there's a lot of green on her. It seems that she could be maybe the original Green Ranger. So I don't know that you guys can say too much, but what kind of different dynamic does she have than maybe the original series?
But you mentioned Green Ranger's a favorite, right?
Sure.
And it's a lot of people's favorite. I was playing video games with Jason, David Frank, who played the original, just last week in San Francisco, because there's a video game on the iPhone and the Android coming out right before the movie. But yeah, Elizabeth Banks.
He's not answering. I think you're on
He's like going around the question.
I was trying to prep for a great answer, but I think the best answer is just go out to see the movie. And actually today the tickets go out on sale.
Yes.
Oh, great.
So March 6th, so you can buy it online, you can go to theaters and get your ticket and find out the answer in a couple of weeks.
Is this going to be the kind of movie that people are going to go in costume to on the opening
hope
night?
so.
Austin, what are you wearing? I imagine
I
green.
can tell you I'm not wearing a costume.
Come on!
I might have a shirt.
Okay.
I definitely know I
That's
have one.
fair
but-
enough.
Well, it'll definitely. I've got a little boy. It'll definitely be the hot Halloween costume. I'm thinking this season, right?
I
You
hope
got to
so,
dress as
yeah.
a Power Ranger
Yeah,
this year.
I reckon. Hopefully. I don't
Well,
know.
congratulations, you guys. Is there any signature stance or move that you would want Austin to be able to take away from this interview, meeting you guys, that he could maybe impress his fellow Power Ranger fans?
Well, show us what you got, Austin.
Yeah, mate, I'd love to see it. Let's do it.
Naomi's in heels, I know, but is there
I'm
any
staying
kind of
very firmly
guys?
put
You're
here.
just a little guidance.
I think the thing about this, because a lot of people ask us for these super
pose,
poses,
yeah.
right? And that's what people think of when they think of, superheroes with their poses. But I think with this day and age, the poses has also evolved with the times.
Yes.
So kids don't actually strut around and pose anymore. And with this series, it's about the story, origin story, how these kids become superheroes. So maybe we get to figure out poses next
down the road.
one, but this
Okay,
one's
well, stay
kinda like,
tuned.
just stay cool.
Hey, congratulations, you guys, and congratulations to you. That was the
you.
best interview
Thank you
we've
for
had
having
on
me.
Good Morning Arizona. Again, the movie opens March 24th. You can buy your tickets early. You'll want to do that. Thank you, Austin, our super fan, and thank you, Power Rangers. We'll be right back. More Good Morning Arizona coming up. That was a lot of fun talking to the actors from the Power Rangers movie. Austin, our editor, did the most phenomenal job. He did a great job. I did not. And let me make a correction, because I called one of the actors Baker. It's because you pronounce it like Baker. His name is Dacre, which is a really cool name.
Oh, I see.
So yes, he's the Red
caught
Power
the phonetics
Ranger.
going.
Yes,
Yeah,
Dacre
if I'm not
Montgomery.
here
Sorry,
tomorrow,
Dacre.
they fired me and hired Austin.
I did.
What?
Done.
I was blown away.
Yeah. There's our movie expert.
I think
for
he
you.
got the on-camera bug.
He
by
is,
that.
he did a great job. He knew his research.
Yeah.
He knows everything there is to know about Power Rangers.
Well, when someone's an expert on something,